Hello, how are we all doing? We're back. My name is Kee. Welcome back to Premier League Dad. We're live for another FIFA Club World Cup game. Manchester City against Wydad Casablanca of Morocco. I think this one could well be like Bayern and Auckland the other day. 10-0 that one finished. Can Manchester City beat them? I mean, I'm really not sure what to make of this one. We're going to do the big opening ceremony as there has been before every FIFA Club World Cup game, where they do the silly announcements of the players. Are you on board with this? I'm really not. I think it's a bit NBA. It's a bit cringe, isn't it? Do you not think it's a bit... I mean, look, Americans like American things, but that's a little bit cringe for me. It's very showbiz, isn't it? It's very jazz hands. Starting at small forward. They call him the Viking. It's Erling Haaland. Unbelievable. I don't think it's for me. I don't think it's for us. That's not what football's about. But there you go. It's all a bit showy. Here's the referees coming out. Even the referees are getting a welcome. And then Tajani Reinders is walking out on his own. The smoke. It's every player is walking out basically like a WWE, WWF, whatever generation you are. Walking out like a superstar. I'm expecting like the Stone Cold glass smash before a player walks out. It's incredible. But listen, before we get stuck in, I do want to say a big thank you to our sponsors for all of our lives here on Premier League Dad, Match Bingo. Match Bingo continue to sponsor us. And they're helping Premier League Dad grow. If you haven't heard of Match Bingo before and you like a game of, if you like a bet on the football, then I am absolutely certain you'll love Match Bingo. Go and check them out. You've got nothing to lose and everything to gain. It's basically a combination, a fusion, if you will, of all the good things about a bet on the football with all the fun and excitement that you may associate with a game of bingo. And I don't know if you play bingo all that often, but I've played it a few times in my life, and it's a good laugh. It's something a little bit different. And you can win a small fortune on Match Bingo. The way that it works is you buy a bingo card for a game like this one, for example. It might cost you £2. I think £2 or £3 on Match Bingo. You buy a bingo card and you get 15 random events that can take place during the game. And it might be things like throw-in to Wydad Casablanca, corner to Manchester City, right? And as those things happen during the game, they will get marked off on your bingo card. You get prizes for a line, prizes for 2 lines, and prizes for a full house, exactly the same way that you do in bingo. You go and deposit, if you go and deposit £5 on Match Bingo, you get £10 free, right, to try it out. If you do, you'll be helping the channel, but by all means, go and have a little look at it. You can scan the QR code on screen anytime to go to the link, or you can click the link which is in my description. You can go and find out more about Match Bingo, and a big thank you to them for supporting the channel. As I say, over 10,000 players in the UK and growing incredibly quickly, one of the fastest growing apps going, and over £200,000 of prize money paid out as well to Match Bingo players. So again, big thank you to Match Bingo, and please do go and check them out. With that said, we need to check the lineups, don't we? We need to check the lineups. I'm not entirely sure if we got the lineups. 1 second. Let me just check the old lineups. Players are still coming out. We're not missing anything just yet. Players are still coming out. I will get to the chat in just a moment. 1 second, I will get to the chat. We can go through the chat. Right, okay, so we need to update that. And we're very nearly done. Don't know if people saw the news today as well, the breaking news about Ibrahima Konate. Apparently, contract talks between Liverpool and Ibrahima Konate have collapsed unexpectedly, which was a massive concern. When I read it this morning, I was devastated because I really do think Ibrahima Konate is pivotal to Liverpool maybe challenging for the league title next year. It's really concerning. Right, edit description. That's what we wanted. And we need to change that. Right, we'll go through the lineups shortly. Get your predictions in as well. There is Cherky and there is Marmoush. Foden, Cherky, Reinders, Marmoush, Lewis, Vitor, Rice, Ake, and O'Reilly, Edison. Anyone else on the bench? I don't think there is anyone that we shouldn't maybe be aware of. I don't know. I don't think we'll know any in Wydad Casablanca, to be honest. I've got to say, I don't think there's anyone in there that I'm immediately that I know that I can remember. Oh, Nordin Amrabat! Amrabat, of course we remember Amrabat. Not the Manchester United Amrabat. I believe it's his. Is it his younger brother or his older brother? This is the Amrabat who used to play for Watford. Yeah, he's the other one. Oh, come on, Kieran, get your act together. A little bit of a late start today. Apologies for that, folks, by the way. I was very, very poorly yesterday. Actually, the first time since I started the channel, I've actually had to cancel a stream. Because I was that poorly. We were supposed to be live last night for the Spain and Italy game, and in the end, I didn't end up doing it. I was absolutely dreadful. After the Germany 5, England 5 in the under-19s game, that was incredible, though. But I mean, even I couldn't make that in my addled state. Even I found that really, really difficult to get excited for, because I was just an absolute mess. Right, perfect. Okay, we're all done. We're all ready to go. Sorted. Wonderful. Thank you for sticking with me. Right, let's go through the lineups. Then we can get stuck in to the chat. Lineups. Come on. Joe, we could probably just put them on the screen. We don't need to put them on the screen, do we? We don't need to put them on the screen. Right, lineups are as follows. So, Edison in goal for Manchester City. Rico Lewis, Vitor Reis, Ake, Nico O'Reilly. And then midfield of Reinders, Cherky, Foden, Savinio right, Doku left, Marmoush in the middle. On the bench, there is Stones, Bernardo Silva, Rodri, Nunes, Nico, Kusanov, Gvardiol, Gundogan, Echeverry, Diaz, Bob, Akanji, Aït-Nouri, and Erling Haaland. I tell you something, City are going to be incredible this season. You look at that squad and you think to yourself, there's no way that they're getting stopped. There is just no way they're getting stopped. Yeah, I don't think they're... It's going to be incredibly difficult to find, to keep them off the title this year. Right, so at the back it is... This is for Wydad Casablanca. It's Ben Abid in goal, Mufi, Boutouil, Ferreira, Myers, and Mufid at the back. 5 at the back. Lorch, Mubarak, Zemraoui, and Nordin Amrabat, the captain, ex-Watford. He's playing right wing. He's probably the only one you'll recognise, to be honest. And then Mailula. Mailula is the centre forward for the Moroccans. Wydad AC. Okay, so, Pure Loyalist, quick like and hello mate, got family in to show face, you know what it's like, all the best to you and all in the chat, speak soon. No problems, Pure Loyalist, good to see you mate. Reece, easy 3 points in the first game of the season for us. Do you know what, I was going to say we needed to talk about this. Arsenal against Man United at Old Trafford on the first day of the season. That feels to me like whoever loses that one, that sets the tone, doesn't it? That sets the pace for the rest of the what the media do to those clubs over the next couple of months, because Arsenal have got a very, very difficult run of fixtures, haven't they? They've got a very, very difficult run of fixtures, and I think if Arsenal lose at Old Trafford, you got to look at it and think, well, after Old Trafford they've got City, they've got Liverpool, they've got Newcastle, they've got Forest. Like in the first 6 games they play United, City, Liverpool, Newcastle, and Forest. 5 out of the first 6 are ridiculous. So, Arsenal could start the season really poorly. But then again, they could blow them away. They could blow them away. It depends, doesn't it? I guess it depends what people they bring in. But I think if United get beat in that one, then it also sets the tone for the whole Amorim out, doesn't it? The whole Amorim out express. Right, here we go. No skill, Aaron. Keep who off the title? We're talking about Man City, Aaron. Good to see you, Aaron, by the way. It feels like we've not seen you for a while. Joe Stowe, hello, mate. Good to see you, Joe. Is City should be 1, and it is 1. There you go. We've scored. Phil Foden's put it in. It's 1-0 City inside 2 minutes here. Too easy. Far too easy. 1-0. Nice and easy. Saints and Greavesy. Joe Stowe, I've just put the 13th of December in my calendar for the derby. Which derby? Oh, for Newcastle Sunderland. Owen Brown, where are you from? I am from St Helens originally, but I'm now bounced around a little bit. I've worked in Liverpool for many years. I've lived in Warrington and Manchester for a little bit, and yeah. But I'm originally from St Helens, and I was born about 15-20 minutes from Anfield, so northwest Merseyside area. It was just too easy, this one. Savinio picks it up on the right, drives into the box. What is the keeper doing? He puts it across the face of goal. The keeper parries it out into the danger area, and Foden, basically on the penalty spot, he just volleys it into the bottom corner. It's absolutely shocking from the Wydad goalkeeper. I think he's got to do better, but Foden puts City 1-0 up nice and easy. There you go, 1-0. Marco, hi, are you watching City? Yep, we are watching City, and they're 1-0 up already. James Maddison, kudos to Spurs. I'd love that. But I don't know if that's going to work. I think I think Spurs don't tend to buy off West Ham, do they? Isn't there something... I was reading somewhere before that West Ham, like, they don't like selling to Spurs. I know in the past they've sold like Carrick and Defoe and stuff like that, but there's a little bit of a thing with Spurs and West Ham, isn't there? Beyond the whole London thing, I'm sure there's like an ongoing issue. So I don't know. No skill, Aaron. City ain't winning it. I've not been watching the Club World Cup or anything. Well, hey, listen, mate. Well, maybe we get you back full time when the season starts. We've missed you anyway. I've missed you. I miss your scent. I miss your musk. Right, no skill, Aaron. No, RFC and Newcastle Army, you don't really have a Scouse accent. That's basically... This is kind of like a St Helens accent. It's kind of your halfway house between Liverpool and Manchester. This is what it sounds like. It's very... It's a bit of a mongrel accent, I guess. I know exactly what I am. It's a bit of a mishmash. Your accent sounds Welsh. No, Welsh has a bit more skip to it. Welsh is a bit more jovial. Mine's a little bit more, I don't know, common, bland, I guess, mine. Welsh is like, all right, bud. What's going on, bud? Clandui brevi. I just think of Dirty Sanchez when I think about the Welsh accent. I love Dirty Sanchez. It was a great programme, that. Surely that schoolboy defending, it was, yeah, absolutely. Savinio, Foden, both shot on target, good start. I've gone for City, a goal in each half, Wydad not to score, and I think I've gone for a corner to City in each half as well. I'm sure I've got that. James, the owner, said we can. West Ham owners would sell their daughters to Spurs. I thought there was an issue. Again, I don't know. I've heard this like third hand from some Spurs fan or a West Ham fan that there's like an ongoing issue with him. No skill, Aaron. I'll be here when Amorim takes the league by storm. Right, so we'll see you in a few years then. FM, no casuals. Welsh sounds more Geordie than Scouse. I would say so. ESR Foden is finished. RFC, are you watching the Real Madrid game? Yes, we are watching the Real Madrid game. I did put it to a vote last night. I might actually put it to a vote again. Do you know what? We'll put it to the vote again. We'll have a referendum. I'm going to put a vote on YouTube. I can't do it on TikTok. I'm really sorry, but I will put the vote up on YouTube for what game we do at 8 o'clock tonight. The two options we've got are Real Madrid against Al Hilal, We could watch Trent Alexander-Arnold's debut. Or we could watch England under-21s against Germany under-21s. Now, we watched England under-19s against Germany under-19s last night, and it was 5-5. It was absolutely sensational. It was a great game. Really, really enjoyed it. Lovely, lovely game. Right, how do we get a poll on? Let's get a poll on. Start a poll. Which 8 p.m. Which game should we watch tonight? Let's just do that. And option 1 is England under-21s versus Germany under-21s, and option 2 is Real Madrid versus Al Hilal. Right, there you go. Start the poll. Okay, the poll is live. You can vote in that if you want to. And we can make a decision on which game we do at 8 p.m. It is booked in for Real Madrid. I have got Real Madrid set, but if we want to change it, if people feel strongly they want to do the England game, quite happy to switch it and we'll do the England game instead. I will be guided by you. See, I've seen enough. Man City are winning the league. They scored in 2 minutes. Yeah, against Wydad Casablanca. I mean, we've got to put in context the team that they're playing against. However, I will say, it's interesting that Manchester City and Wydad Casablanca have packed out this stadium. Connor S, good to see you, Connor. SC, Emi Martinez and Osimhen to United by the end of the window. Osimhen's not going anywhere near United. He's not going to United. No chance. Right, Marmouche has just had a shot on target there. Right, hang on 1 second. Let me catch up. Kieran, hi mate, how are you today? I am very good, Kieran. Yes, mate. Good to see you. Hope you're doing well too. Oh, that was just wide, that from Marmouche, wasn't it? 3-star Reds, November the 22nd. Say no more, Forest. Just need to get the title in the bag before the last 2 months of the season with those fixtures. Who have you got on November 22nd? Pure Loyalist, forgot to say, hope you're feeling a bit better today. I am, yeah. I'm feeling a lot better. I'm not as fluey, but I am a little bit better. Ethan, come on, Wydad. Reese, that's 15 points for us then. 3-star Reds, chuffed a bit with our first couple of months, not so the last month. No easy games though, so need Forest to start strongly. Do you think Forest will? Again, do you know what? There's room. Is it Igor? Is it Igor Jesus, the striker from Botafogo, that Forest have brought in? There's lots of people saying that he's like the next Neymar or the next, proper big striker coming out of Brazil. I know we've had a lot of strikers with that tag, but Nottingham Forest have signed him, so it would be interesting to see how he adapts in the Premier League. There's a lot of, I've not seen him in the Club World Cup because the only Botafogo game, I think, was a 2 a.m. kickoff, wasn't it? So I haven't seen him, but I do know that lots is expected of Igor Jesus. Nick Nah, good to see you. They don't look too bad on the ball, this Wydad outfit. Jake, yes, good evening all. Hope you're well. Ronnie Dodge, how's it going, Ronnie? We're against Arsenal on the first Sunday. Last time a Brazilian had a debut against Arsenal for United, Arsenal lost. Who was that? The last time a Brazilian had a debut against Arsenal for United, Arsenal lost. They're in. Wydad very nearly, very, very nearly. Should be 1-1 this. Should be 1-1. It's. Oh, hey, anyone want to say City are going to win it? Anyone is saying City is still going to win the league? Although with that defending, they've had an absolute shocker there, City. Jake, watch Wartino. City won't be as vulnerable next season, although Liverpool have had the better window and will have the better window come the start of the season. Well, certainly once we get Isak in, Jake, eh? Once we get Isak over the line, then that'll be great. Liverpool will have definitely had the better window. Pure Loyalist, Rangers have drawn Panathinaikos first game. Jake, Villa, Liverpool and Leeds are the first 3 games for Newcastle. Rough start, but good to play the bigger teams early, I suppose. Listen, the way I look at it is you've got to play them all twice. You've got to play them all twice. It doesn't matter. The fixtures are always interesting, but only interesting at a glance. Do you know what? You'd be surprised. Like, some teams, you look at the fixtures and you think, oh my God, that's a really, really... You look at the fixtures and you think that's a really, really big, like, shocking fixture list, like a really poor end to the season, or a really good end to the season. And then you never know what form's like. Like mid-season, a team can be crap, can't they? A team that you expected to be good could end up being really poor. And vice versa. Nottingham Forest. A lot of people would have looked at Forest and looked at the fixtures at the start of last season and gone, "Oh, it's all right. We've got Forest towards the end of the season. That shouldn't be a problem." Ended up being, didn't it? You know, Forest are a good side. So, and you could say the same with Bournemouth. You could say the same with Brentford. There's lots of teams who you maybe didn't think would cause you problems who did end up causing you problems. And vice versa. Lots of teams would have looked at Manchester United at the start. That's a tough away trip, that Old Trafford. Christ, who didn't win at Old Trafford last season? Who didn't win at Old Trafford last season? Apart from, I don't think United won that many. Right. Jake, Isaac, 100 million for Gordon in all the papers today. And oh yeah, saw that. I don't want us to sign Gordon. I mean this in the most nicest, respectful way possible. I actually think that Luis Diaz and Cody Gakpo are better than Anthony Gordon. Yeah. Right, 1 second. Let me catch up. Sean Patino, it's far from full. Satire. It looks full. Looks like there's quite a lot there. RFC, how long are you going to give the poll? I'll just do it to the end of the game. We'll just have it running to the end of the game. AMT, hi mate, how are you today? What are your thoughts on Liverpool's first and last 5 games? I am much better today, mate. Yes, thank you. I'm much better. In terms of how how Liverpool's first and last 5 games, the run-in looks quite difficult, doesn't it? The run-in, we've got Chelsea and Villa and United in the last 5. So they're always going to be difficult games. The opening games, you know, I'm pretty content with. It's mad that we're not going to play United until, like, we could, in theory, if Liverpool are on course for the title, there's a real possibility that Liverpool could get number 21 at Old Trafford. Imagine that. Imagine Liverpool lifting the trophy at Old Trafford. Because we're playing with 4 games to go. Pure Loyalist, yes, Laurel and Hardy ringtone, class. Yeah, look, mate, Laurel and Hardy, I told you I was a super fan. I love Stan and Ollie. Daniel Edu makes good Brazilian signings. Does he? Why? Who's he signed? G. Lawrence, thoughts on Spurs opening day fixture, mate? Happy with it. Who Spurs got opening day? I don't know who Spurs have got opening day. I didn't see. Pure Loyalist, can't help but comment, Key family understands, so they say. Mate, just do as much as you can, but make sure you stay in the room. Make sure you stay in the room. Be polite. No skill, Aaron. I'm going to watch England v Germany. I'll join you if you decide that game. No worries, Aaron. Okay. Milan, who has the assist? I don't think there would have been an assist. It was a cross from Savinho, but the keeper pushed it out and then Foden ran onto it, so it wouldn't have been an assist. It would have just been a Foden goal. Is Haaland playing? No, Haaland is on the bench. Aaron, what 8 PM you watching? It's on. We've got a poll on the YouTube channel right now. If you want to go and vote in it, we're voting right now to see which 8 PM we watch, whether it be England under-21s against Germany under-21s or Real Madrid against Al Hilal. It's going to be one of those two, and we've got a poll on now on YouTube, so you can go and vote in that if you want to go and see, and we can see which game we end up doing. As it stands, Germany and England are winning with 57% of the votes, so I'll keep you updated on that. Daniel, did you see Cazorla's free kick with his weak foot last match? Yes, and lots of people are asking me to do the second leg. Lots of people asking me to do the second leg of the La Liga, or rather the Segunda Liga promotion game between Mirandes and Real Oviedo. Mirandes are 1-0 up in that one, so I'm thinking we might do that one. I think that's on the 21st, so is it Saturday that? I think it's Saturday night, isn't it? It's Saturday night. Yeah, Saturday night, Real Oviedo against Mirandes. They're 1-0 down Oviedo, so Cazorla's got some work to do, but we might do that one on Saturday. Just Ollies, what team do you support? I'm a Liverpool fan. I'm a Liverpool fan, but we watch everyone on this channel. We watch everyone. We do watch-alongs of all teams. That's what we're about on here. We do at least one watch-along every single day. Today we've got 2. Aaron, No Chance League will be much closer. Daniel, Gabriel Megales, and Gabriel Martinelli. I know he wasn't. Was he responsible for signing either of them? I don't think he was. Not sure he was he? Michailo, nice Atletico shirt in the back, mate. Cheers, thank you. Daniel, is England a group game? It is, yes, it is a group game. England, I think they are. They've won one, and they drew the other, didn't they? So they probably need a result in this last one to go through. Toblerone, will Spurs, Chelsea, and United close the enormous gap between the top 3? I think the top 3 will still be the top 3. I think it'll be Liverpool and City, one of those two at the very top, and then Arsenal will be third, undoubtedly. And then it'll be a flip of a coin between Chelsea, Spurs, Villa and Newcastle. I can't see United getting anywhere near it, if I'm really honest. Right, 1 second. Knick-knack, the advantage of playing teams at the right time, like when they're out of form or the manager's about to get sacked. This is it, yeah, this is it. You sometimes don't know that at the start of the season. You just don't know it until you get to experience the full raft of emotions and all the news that happens across the season. Sometimes a difficult game on paper becomes a lot easier. Knick-knack, is that the ex-Man United Amrabat playing? No, it's not. So that the Man United Amrabat is Sofian Amrabat, who played for Fiorentina. He is, I think is he still at Fiorentina? I don't think he is. I don't know where he is now. But this is his older brother, Nordin Amrabat. Nordin Amrabat, who used to play for Watford. So no, it's Nordin Amrabat on the wings. He's the captain of Wydad Casablanca today. Rolly Dodge, if we have Mbeumo and Cunha as the 10s against Arsenal, I have more confidence we will cause Arsenal problems. It's more the other end of the pitch, mate. Honestly, like the news that Onana is going to stay at United, that has to hit United fans like a 10-ton truck, because I don't understand how you can go all out for the players that you're going for in attack. And Mbeumo, Cunha, maybe Gyökeres, and Mbeumo, Cunha. Christ, there was even rumours United had put a bid in for Rafinha today. 150 million quid for Rafinha. Did you see that? That United have put this stunning bid in for Rafinha. Christ knows if that's true. But basically, I think if United go out there and get Mbeumo, Cunha, they've got Bruno Fernandes there as well, that's going to be a very good attack. But the defence is still shocking, isn't it? The defence is still shocking. How are they going to cope with Onana in goal and Maguire? And, is De Ligt going to be ready? Is Yoro going to be mature enough? They've got Casemiro running in quicksand, running in treacle in midfield. The defence, I mean, Dorgu wasn't anything special. Dalot, he's got a mistake in him. Mazraoui, I don't think they've quite decided whether he's a right-sided centre-back or a right-back yet. It just feels a little bit all over the place, United's midfield. I mean, again, Kobbie Mainoo had a pretty poor season last season. Did he put him in? Did he have Kobbie Mainoo, or did he put Agate in? Agate hasn't been great, has he? Jake, I totally get it, Key. I had similar concerns with Gordon, but Everton fans have told me what I've told you. It's not until he's playing for you that you realise how good he is. I don't understand how... No, I disagree, mate. I know, listen, maybe that you've got a valid point with that, but I don't rate Gordon anywhere near as highly as Diaz or Gakpo. If you told me I was selling one of those two and we've got to replace him with Gordon, I would say that's a downgrade. Personally, I would say that's a downgrade. Daniel, I don't think Villa will get top 4 next season. No Duran, Rashford or Asensio. I don't think Rashford or Asensio really contributed all that much, though, to Villa. And in the end, they only ended up missing out by goal difference, didn't they? Goal difference is all that cost Villa. On the final day of the season, if Villa had got the goal given to them at Old Trafford, they'd be in the Champions League, which should have been given. So, Newcastle were fortunate. Villa maybe a tad unfortunate. And I honestly don't think that... Wow, what a goal this would be from Wydad. Oh, that could be a penalty. Does he give a pen? No. That was wonderful play, that, wasn't it? I tell you what, they're not a bad little side, these. And I don't want to sound patronising, little side. That was really good play, that, by the left-sided player. And a lovely little layoff. Oh, he was a dive. Yeah, he took a bit of a dive there. Yeah, Nico O'Reilly left a lazy leg out, but it was a dive from Wydad Casablanca. Yeah, I mean, Duran was a big one, yeah, but Asensio and Rashford, I think they can go without them. I think they could start Jacob Ramsey more, and they'll get probably what they got out of Marcus Rashford. I think Asensio's a very good player, but again, you can probably get the same sort of contribution out of another wide player, whoever it might be, whoever Villa put up there, because I'm sure they'll replace those two. Daniel, I love Onana. RFC, thoughts on former Rangers manager nearly becoming assistant manager of Liverpool? Who? Giovanni Van Bronckhorst isn't the assistant manager of Liverpool. You know that, right? Giovanni Van Bronckhorst, he's only going to be like a coach. He's only going to be a coach. That's all Johnny Heitinga was. Liverpool's assistant manager is Sipke Hulshoff. That's Arne Slot's right-hand man. So, yeah, no, it's not going to be the assistant manager's job. He's just going to be one of the coaches, maybe first-team coach, to replace Johnny Heitinga. But it's very good, though, isn't it? It's very good. I mean, I like Giovanni Van Bronckhorst as a player. He took Rangers to a European final, didn't he? I think he won the Did he win the Eredivisie with Feyenoord? He did very well with Feyenoord. He's managed in Turkey as well. He's a good coach. So to have that sort of experience around the first team as a coach, it's no bad thing. No bad thing. Toblerone, United have a mountain to climb to get back to competing, let alone winning the league. Yeah. United are nowhere near it, are they? Sadly, United are nowhere near it. They need to compete. I think they need to get some defenders in. I don't know why they keep targeting these attackers, these centre-forwards. Brian Mbeumo would be a great addition, for sure. I think they wish that Bruno Fernandes had left. They needed Bruno Fernandes to leave, didn't they? They did need Bruno Fernandes to go. No skill Aaron, 1 game a week. Casemiro will be quality. The defence is fine. I'm more worried about the middle. How can you say the defence is fine? How can you say the defence is fine? Mate, you've been conceding 4s and 5s to Leons and Copenhagen's over the last... And Bodo Glimts. You know, you can't be conceding 3, 4, 5 goals a game to these part-timers for the most part. You know, United have been getting stuffed for years with Onana and Maguire and... You know, these players, Delo at the back and Casemiro in midfield, it's the exact same setup. I don't think... The attack isn't the problem for United. The attack, United could score goals. They weren't great at it, don't get me wrong. They weren't fantastic at scoring. But they just couldn't defend. They get ran through. United get ran through. There you go, Ronnie Dodge. I would have taken the Bruno money. Yeah, again, completely agree. I think most United fans would, you know. Most United fans would. Daniel, do you think England play their best team tonight? Yeah, I think they have to, don't they? They have to. Daniel, Fabregas or Scholes? Scholes. Yeah. Scholes was very good. Bruno, I liked Fabregas as well, but I think Scholes was by far the better player, personally. Daniel, if you lose to Man United, you don't deserve anything. I won't go that far. They've been pretty bad for a good few seasons, but they've not won all that they've won by being so terrible. That's a wonderful ball. Good defending by Wydad. Very, very good defending. I've just noticed the clock stopped. We're like miles off it. Miles off it here. Right, let me drag that off. Mackay, Championship predictions. I think Ipswich are going up. I think Ipswich come back up for sure. I think Southampton under Will Still are going to be one to watch for the second automatic place. And then the playoffs are always going to be interesting because it feels like you're always due, you know, an outsider, whether it be maybe a Millwall, maybe a Norwich. I'd like to see Blackburn back up. Yeah, I'd like to see Blackburn back up. I don't know. I think Sheffield United, I'm not sure how it goes for them with Chris Wilder leaving and all of that stuff. I think Leicester are going to struggle. So, yeah, I think Leicester are going to struggle. The only two that I would hang my hat on right now are Ipswich and Southampton. I think those two almost certainly come back up. And they'll come back up better sides. But then after that, it could be anyone. The last playoff spot, flip of a coin. I think Millwall's a good outsider, you know. RFC, did you watch that Europa League final between Rangers and Frankfurt? I did, yeah. I've watched them all over the years. I can't remember the last UEFA Cup final or Europa League final that I didn't watch, to be honest. I watched them going all the way back to Valencia and Inter Milan, Lazio, remember that one? Back to the 90s. Some great games in the UEFA Cup. Or was Inter Milan, Lazio was that the Cup Winners' Cup, actually? That might have been the Cup Winners' Cup. What am I talking about? No skill, Aaron, Euro, Delict, Heaven, Martinez is more than enough for one game a week to build properly. Yeah, but Euro, Delict, Heaven / Martinez is not enough to get you in the top 6, is it? You don't believe that's enough to get you in the top 6, do you? That is a back three that is maybe, and I mean maybe, top half. That's it. Euro, Delict, Martinez, Heaven do not get you in the top 6. No chance. Not even close. Not even close. RFC, do you think Rangers will win over Legs? Is this for the Panathinaikos game? I've just seen that Panathinaikos have got Rangers in. Is that in the Europa League? I don't know. I think over 2 legs, that's going to be difficult for Rangers. Pure Loyalist. Sorry, Ronnie Dodge, you need us to beat Arsenal on that Sunday. Spurs have got Burnley. Okay, Spurs have got Burnley. That's not bad. Ronnie Dodge, we've got that one, sorry. Jake, I totally get it, Key. We've done that one. Ronnie Dodge, our defence is awful. Speaking about Man United here, our defence is awful. I guess it depends. Can we outscore the other team? That's what it was like in the Fergie last season. Yeah, you score 3, we'll score 4 sort of thing. I think that's a dangerous game when you've only got Cunha and Mbermo up there. And Xerxes. Knick-knack, some Matt Latisse skills in the box there. I thought he was going to volley it into the top corner. I did. He should have just had a go, shouldn't he? Should have just had a go. Ronnie George, is Cherky playing? Let's hope he keeps his promise on the derby that he wants to kill us. No, Cherky is on the bench. Cherky's on the bench. Ronnie Dodge, I would have taken the Bruno money. Knick-knack, surprised they didn't take the Bruno money. Bruno never wanted to go, but last season the attack was the problem. I think it was a bit of everything with United, though. Sometimes it was the attack, wasn't it? Definitely sometimes they had trouble breaking teams down. But I felt like United were... I actually don't think it's either. In many cases, I actually think it's the midfield for United. And maybe that's partly the attack, maybe that's partly the defence. But I would argue that Man United are the worst, the absolute worst team in transition in the entire league. They are the worst team in transition. As soon as they lose the ball, they get broke on. Teams run through the middle of them every single time. Ronnie Dodge, I have made a bet with my Arsenal mate that Cunha will score against them on the opening day at Old Trafford. Okay. That's not a bad bet. Cunha to score. Knick-knack, I wouldn't hang my hat on Saints personally. I can see Birmingham going well. Fernie says Birmingham will spend again and Coventry a good bet. Coventry is a good bet. I guess with Coventry, the issue is, do they hang on to the likes of Radoni and maybe not Sims, maybe Haji Wright and things like that. You know, they've got some players there at Coventry that I think there's potentially other teams that would come and take them off him. Radoni, certainly. I think Radoni's one that Sunderland are looking at, aren't they? To replace Joe Bellingham. Birmingham, I think Birmingham and Wrexham will do all right, but I don't think they qualify. I don't think they get into the playoffs or anything like that. I think you'd probably see mid-table as a success for both Wrexham and Birmingham, wouldn't you? In that first season back in the Championship, just mid-table's fine, surely. Daniel, have you considered... I haven't, no. To treat drug-resistant epilepsy? No, I haven't. No, I haven't, mate. No skill, Aaron, Yoro and Delict are top class. No skill, Aaron, they just need a keeper behind them, not Onana. I think that's naive, Aaron, to think that only a goalkeeper solves United's defensive problems. That wasn't the issue last season. There was loads of... United got broke on and ran through far too often. Wydad really should have scored there. Good save from Ederson. Daniel, it'd be a good season for United if they get a positive goal difference. Toblerone, I don't get the Pep hate. This restricted football, people say. City routinely scored the most goals each season and concede the least. It's more the manner of how they play City. They do tend to stat pad, and they'll, when they beat teams 3, they usually score 5 and 6. But I think the problem for City is, I personally, I don't enjoy watching Manchester City. I think the style of play is quite rigid. It doesn't allow for individualism. It doesn't allow for players to express themselves, and I feel like, and to be honest, Thierry Henry said that at Barcelona. He said he didn't enjoy playing under Pep Guardiola. Why? Because Pep Guardiola literally said to him, I want you in these areas of the pitch. If the ball is in a different area of the pitch, it's none of your concern. This is your zone, this is your square, and you stay there. That's it. You stay in that zone. Samir X69, sup mate, thoughts on Inter? Yeah, they're disappointing with that result against Monterrey last night, wasn't it? Follow me. Who's the best player in the world? Mo Salah. Right now, Mo Salah. No skill, Aaron. Mudryk got done for doping and could face up to a 4-year ban. Has he actually been charged now? I know it's been, alleged, but I don't know what's happened with it. Jack the boy. Wrexham could finish in the playoffs with the strength of the squad they are getting. Well, have they signed anyone yet? I don't think they've signed anyone, have they? Certainly not anyone meaningful. I know they were bidding for Tom Kearney, but I don't think that's a playoff squad yet. Nowhere near. I think there's quite a bit of work to be done. Toblerone, instead of creating narratives about how Pep is dominating, how about raising the other club's standard? Only Liverpool have risen to the challenge of City. No skill, Aaron. City are so boring. I just think it is about... It's far too rigid. It is boring. And that's the only thing as well that you would argue with Manchester City in recent years. As good as they've been, the big points totals and everything, they've not been easy to watch, have they? They haven't. At no point, even if you looked at the best Manchester City sides, they would all be described as workmanlike. They would all be described as machines. But they're not amazing to watch. It's not like Man United in 2008 where you had Ronaldo, Tevez, Rooney all smashing forward, or Liverpool when they had Firmino, Salah, Mane, the Red Arrows driving forward. Even Chelsea. I mean, Chelsea with Drogba, Lampard, they had Robin, and whichever Chelsea iteration you want to look at, they were defensive. Jose Mourinho was a defensive manager, but I still felt like you got more value out of Chelsea than you do out of City. I feel like I think he overcoaches players, and I think that's a little bit about what you see with Mikel Arteta at Arsenal, don't you? You're basically seeing Pep Guardiola's iteration of football at Arsenal, and that's why Arsenal get called boring as well. Arsenal are workmanlike. Arsenal are robotic and structured and heavily, there's not really a call for individuals. It's just a very good worker bee team. It's kind of the same with City. It's not football how I enjoy it, put it that way, and I don't think many others feel the same. Jack the boy, are you watching the England under-21s game later? I have got a poll on YouTube, mate. We've got a poll for everyone to vote in. Right now, I don't know what the poll says, actually. Hang on. Let me see what the poll says later. I think, right now, England under-21s are winning. So it's 56% to 44% in favour of the England under-21s game. That's what we're going to be watching later up to this point. But it could all change. It could all change. If people want to watch Real Madrid and do that watch along, you need to vote on YouTube. You need to go to Premier League Dad, search Premier League Dad, click vote, choose which game you want us to watch at 8 o'clock. Is it going to be the England under-21 game against Germany, or is it going to be Real Madrid against Al Hilal? It's currently 56% in favour of the under-21s game. So it's very tight. Could change. Could change. AM10, can't believe there's no fixtures on Boxing Day this season. I think that could change. That could change. I'm sure there will be a Boxing Day fixture list. It's all of the fixtures that they've put in now, it all gets changed again for TV. You know, they'll all get moved. So you don't have to worry about the dates just yet. Because the dates that are in, apart from maybe the first couple, the first 3 games or so, they are the set dates. After that, it's all very much, let's just put a pencil mark on that one, because they usually all get moved. Follow me, Lamine Yamal is better than Salah. Yeah, nah, he's not. Nah, he's not. Samir X69, he will watch any football match if it's before his bedtime. Absolutely. Toblerone, to be honest, those United winning teams would routinely play defensive against their rivals, but if playing structured stops any risk of the other team, why wouldn't you play that way? Well, because I personally think, I don't know if you agree, ooh, that could have been 2 to City. I don't know if you agree, and evidently you don't, right? But I think that football and life and art and everything is about risk, right? It's about educated risk. It's about taking gambles and those gambles paying off. Taking no risks is not fun. Taking no risks is not... it's not what the fans want to see. If football is entertainment, yes, it's a sport and it's about winning, but it should be about entertainment as well. It should be about expressive... It's an art. It should be about expression. It should be about 11 people going on a pitch and playing at their absolute best. Obviously working together, working hard, but also, you know, showing what they're about. Bit of pace, 1v1. You know, knock it past the player and go past them. You don't get that in Pep Guardiola teams. And that is exactly what Thierry Henry said, by the way. Thierry Henry said that when he went to Barcelona. Pep Guardiola would coach the outer players. He would say, you know, this is your zone, you stay in that zone. I don't want you to, if you need to play a simple pass, you play a simple pass. 1-2s, nice movements off the ball, but you always stay in this area of the pitch. If the ball's in another area, it's nothing to do with you. And, yeah, I mean, who are we to argue? Pep Guardiola won a lot of stuff, but certainly I can understand why top players don't enjoy it. Sam X69, greedy kid's debut today for his dream club. Yeah, mate, I am not looking for... I really don't want to watch the Real Madrid game. If I'm dead honest, I'm hoping yous all vote. I'm kind of hoping yous all vote for the England under-21s game. I'd quite like to watch the England under-21s game in Germany, just so I don't have to see that smarmy rat for Real Madrid. I don't want to see it. I don't want to see it. Daniel, I know you'd prefer to watch England since the Trent wound is still sore. Follow me. You don't see how incredible Lamine is. I've never seen Salah perform like he did versus Inter. Remind me again what score that Inter game was. Gyökeres might be going to United again after the latest update. I mean, I think he does end up going to United, by the way. I don't think any other team wants him. There's no other team seriously going for Victor Gyökeres. And you've got to ask yourself why that is. You've got to ask yourself why that is. Why, when in a transfer window, a summer transfer window, where so many teams need a centre-forward, why is nobody looking at Victor Gyökeres? Seriously. Feels like Arsenal aren't that interested. They're looking at Sesko. They're prioritising Sesko. Liverpool seem to be prioritising Alexander Isak. How realistic that is, I don't know, but that seems to be the case. Or maybe Julian Alvarez. Chelsea looking at Ekitike. Maybe Liverpool looking at Ekitike too. And yeah, Gyökeres, even Barcelona aren't looking at him seriously. A lot of clubs aren't really looking at him seriously, and you've got to question why that is. Maybe it's because he's playing in an absolute farmers league. Daniel, no Amazon coverage this season. Other broadcasters should be upping their game. There's no Amazon coverage at all. I wonder if they might buy some, like on the... Surely there might be an agreement mid-season where they can show certain games. It wouldn't surprise me if they did something like that. Toblerone playing open football was great to watch. 2022 for Arsenal, but towards the end, teams stopped them with low blocks. I just think that's what it is, isn't it? That is what it's about. You've got to... It should be about taking risks to break down those low block teams. And unfortunately, what happens is... this is where I think Arsenal struggle, because they are so risk averse. Foden with the ball in. It must be 2, and it is 2. Far too easy for City. Jeremy Doku with a goal. 2-0 City. 2-0. It was a ball whipped in from Foden. Foden's now got a goal and an assist. Whipped the ball in, and Doku, it was like he just kind of toe-bunged it in, didn't he? It was just a volley, but I think it was with his studs more than anything. He just gets something on it, and it's straight into the net. 2-0. 2-0. Nice and easy. Daniel, what do you think of Salah doing a Google advertisement for a goal celebration? Never thought about it. I don't know what do you mean, the Google advertisement for a goal celebration? Are you on about the, is it that one? I don't think that's a Google advert. If it is a Google advertisement, I'm not sure that's what it was originally intended to be. But maybe it is. I don't know. If it is, then I guess that's up to him. Has he got paid a load of money for doing a celebration? Modern football for you. No skill, Aaron. Is it true at the Club World Cup the players walk out one by one? Yeah, mate. It's like wrestling. It's like wrestling. It's absolutely shocking. They all walk out like it's like the NBA. It's like the NBA. Players walking out and getting called out individually over the tannoy. No Scalara, no one trusts the league anymore. Toblerone 99, but the United fans will take Gyökeres as a major win. Of course they will. AM10, I don't even know who is the left winger for Al Hilal, but he's going to beat Trent every time. The left winger for Al Hilal, I mean, I know Mitrovic is still there. Al Hilal, who will they play? Who will they play on the left-hand side? Geordie, hear me out, everybody. City wins. I think City are going to win the league, but I think you're right, Geordie. I think they win today. Daniel, what player do you want to see come to the Premier League? I mean, I'd love to see more of the players like Florian Wirtz to come. I think Florian Wirtz is a big win for the Premier League. To get a player like that arriving in the Prem is massive. I'd like to see, and Erling Haaland obviously being one that you want these top young players coming to the Prem. So, you know, you look around at other great leagues and their best players, you're probably looking at Bastoni in Italy. Bastoni in Italy would be a good one to get in the Prem. It'd be quite nice, I think, to have Lamine Yamal, but I think that's probably a little bit pie in the sky. I can't see Lamine Yamal ever coming to the Prem. I don't think he ever leaves Barca, if I'm honest. But yeah, beyond that, I don't think there is anyone. I don't think we're over. We don't have too many like superstars anymore, do we? There isn't a clear one anyway. Doué would be good, of course. Doué, Yamal. But beyond that, I don't know. So Ruben Neves, Alexander Mitrovic, João Cancelo, Sergej Milinkovic-Savic, Malcolm. It'll be Malcolm who's up against Trent. Yeah, Malcolm. You might remember Malcolm. He played for Barcelona. He also played for, was it Lille that Malcolm was at? Malcolm. He was at Zenit for a good while. No, Bordeaux. He was at Bordeaux and then he went to Barca. Had a shocking season at Barca and ended up at Zenit and now Al Hilal. No skill, Aaron. How is Chirk Filet playing? He's just been kicked off the ball. Yeah, he's just been legged off the ball. Toblerone, the football you enjoy, Arsenal played in 22-23 season, but when nothing low block stopped them. I didn't enjoy Arsenal. I've not enjoyed Arsenal under Mikel Arteta. Honestly, I don't think any of their football has been attractive. I honestly, I'm saying this seriously. I think the only enjoyable, like, Premier League team that has taken risks in the last few years, I think Liverpool do, obviously, and Liverpool have been very successful at it last season. Oh, unlucky, very nearly 3-0 City. Liverpool are very, very successful with it when taking risks, and I think they've been easy on the eye a lot of the time. And then the rest of it, it's been like just odd performances from Arsenal, odd performances from City, where they've been really good. But a lot of the time, they've been quite boring and quite rigid. It's been disappointing. I've enjoyed watching Villa, which I never thought I would. Unai Emery's a very pragmatic manager. He is quite risk averse, Unai Emery, but I've enjoyed watching Unai Emery. I've enjoyed watching Thomas Frank's teams, Andoni Iraola's teams. Glasner's terrific as well. These are managers who we should cherish. Ange Postecoglou as well. Ange Postecoglou's Spurs side was very, very good. Took a lot of risks, maybe too many risks at times, and the risks didn't often pay off because he had, kids in defence and kids in goal. But we need to cherish these managers, like I say, Ange Postecoglou, Glasner, Frank, Iraola, even Fabian Herzl. We need to treasure these managers. These are the managers you want in the Premier League. You don't want more Pep Guardiolas and more Mikel Artetas. I promise you, they are not the managers you want. You want managers that will take risk. You want managers that will embrace attacking football and entertainment. You don't want managers coming in and doing this. It's absolutely shocking. Daniel, when he took a selfie with a Google Pixel phone after scoring at Anfield, did he get paid for that? I didn't think he got paid for that. I thought that was just him taking a picture with a fan. I didn't think he got paid for it. Samir X69, check out the poll. What is the poll now? Yeah, let me have a look. I've not seen the poll. 1 second. I will catch you up with the old poll. Oh, it's 62% Real Madrid now. Oh, it's all flip-flopped. Okay. It's all flip-flopped. Kieran, I didn't realise Joe Bellingham now plays for Dortmund. Yeah, he does. £32 million. 3-star Reds. Forest got the green light to go for Konstantinos Tsimikas. 15 million will get the deal done, apparently. Great bit of business if reports are true. No, I don't think you get Tsimikas. I don't think you get Tsimikas. I'll tell you why. Tsimikas has said that he's happy to stay at Liverpool. He gave an interview yesterday to say that he would rather play 30 games for Liverpool than 40, 45 for another team. Right, it's half-time here. Half-time. Disappointing for Wydad. The game is pretty much done as far as they're concerned. Let's get it back. Reset to half-time. Right, there you go. Spurs chant for Matthijs Tel to the tune of Travis. Tel. AM10, Trent's walkout song will be Money, Money, Money or Hey Jude. Nico Williams and Yamal on both flanks is scary for Barcelona. Yeah, but where's Rafinha going? Where's Rafinha going? They've got to play Rafinha somewhere. This is a guy who's linked with the Ballon d'Or. Dimas, hello, I am from Indonesia. Nice. Good to see you, mate. Daniel, how can you not enjoy Arsenal mastering offensive set pieces? No one likes set pieces, do they? David Tudor, still 2-0. It is, yep, still 2-0. It is half-time now as well. No Skillar and Chelsea were decent to watch as well. Daniel, what's been the biggest rip-off of the summer window so far? The biggest rip-off? Ooh, that's a good question. I think... Let's have a look at the signings so far. Right, here we go. So, this summer... Let's go through them. Right, so the transfer window, summer transfers. And we want 25-26 display. Right, so these are the transfers so far in rank order of fee. So the biggest transfer across Europe is Matheus Cunha for 74 million quid. After that, it's Dean Hyson for 62. Then it's Tijani Reinders. I am a little bit torn on Reinders because he was very, very good at Serie A, in Serie A, but I think he might struggle, in the Prem. I think Tijani Reinders, I'm gonna call that one early. I'm gonna say Tijani Reinders ends up being a bit of a flop. West Ham paid 40. West Ham paid 40 million quid for Jean-Claire Todibo. That's one of the biggest transfers this summer. Todibo. That's a shocker. Jeremy Frimpong was like 30. Franco Mastantuono, 45 million. He's still playing for River Plate, isn't he, in this tournament? Yeah, Joe Bellingham to Dortmund. That could be another one. I mean, you've also got to look at Matthijs Tel for 35 to Tottenham. Charalampos Kostoulas for 34 million quid to Brighton. 34 million for an 18-year-old from Greece. I don't know. That's a very bold move, isn't it? Jan Kuto for Borussia Dortmund, 25 million quid. Yeah. Enzo Lefebvre as well for Sunderland, 25 million quid. I'm not sure about that one. Jaden Thompson, do you think NUFC will sign João Pedro and Kudus? No, I don't think you sign João Pedro and Kudus unless Alexander Isak joins the club, leaves the club, and that could well happen. Yeah. Daniel Wirtz is the biggest transfer. It is the biggest transfer up to this point, but it hasn't been completed, so it isn't in this list. Ethan, just getting from work. How was the first half? It was a bit bland. It was all right. It was not the end of the world. It was okay. It's 2-0 to City. Both goals, the keeper probably should have done a bit better on. Foden and Doku. Foden got the assist for the second one from a corner. Right. Where are we up to on the poll? Let's have a look at the poll. I'm not ignoring your YouTube chat, by the way. I am not ignoring you. Substub, I'm sunburnt up to the max. Knick-Knack City was still the form team over the second half of the season, let's not forget. Man United haven't had a midfield that can dominate games for years and years now. It's very true. 3-star Reds. Oh, we've done that one. Fernie. Unless you're a City fan, they are boring to the neutrals. Bielsa at Leeds was great football, but we got hammered a few times. I know, but isn't that what football is about? Is taking the risks, and really, really pushing to try and get the right results. It feels like too often managers will take it. Like Arteta will take a 0-0, won't he? He'll take a 0-0 rather than push for the 1-0 and push for the breakthrough goal. He doesn't want to take risks. And that's often what's hurt Arsenal sometimes. Knick-Knack, I doubt Pep cares. He just wants to dominate games and win. You can't expect every manager to play the style of football you like the best. I thought Ange Ball was bloody great, but look what happened to him. Yeah, and that's true. And I can also understand that if managers have got their jobs riding on it, then maybe there's an element of, well, do you know what? I'll play what keeps me in a job. Daz Reynolds, big up. Are you happy with the fixtures? I am, yeah. Fixtures are very good, aren't they? I'm happy with the start for Liverpool. Bournemouth at home. We start the season off. Liverpool is the curtain raiser. And Anfield, Friday night football, 8 p.m. against Bournemouth on the 15th of August. We'll be live for that one. You better believe it. 3-star Reds, Forest linked with him. Not now, though. Forest's main target now is Wisser. Some difficult choices to make this season in the FPL. Well, we're doing an FPL league, by the way. We are doing an FPL league for Premier League Dad, and there will be a prize for it as well. No joining fee or anything like that. It'll just be informal, but if you win it, we'll do a prize at the end of the season. So I'm going to do an FPL league. I'm also going to do a prediction league as well. So all of that we'll set up, and I'll let you know once the season is about to start if you want to be in it. The poll currently, just a shout out to those on TikTok who do care or who are watching. On YouTube right now, the poll for which game we watch at 8 p.m. tonight is 50-50. It's 50-50. There's been dozens of votes that I can see. And England under-21s and Germany under-21s are 50%. Real Madrid Al Hilal is 50%. So they are... It's currently 50-50. So anyone who's not voted, please get over to YouTube and vote which game you want us to do tonight, 8 p.m. Jeremy Duke of Belgium. Doku, we are so back. We're playing horrendous though. Ethan, set-piece coach, finally doing something for us then. Been woeful on corners for about 3 years now. And to be honest, I wouldn't say it was anything like a well-worked set-piece. It was just whipped in and everyone missed it at the front post. And Doku, he kind of got, he just got across his front man. Across the front of his man and got a touch on it with his studs. And knocked it in past the keeper. I don't think it was a set-piece. It wasn't a well-worked set-piece goal. It was just Foden knocking it into an area. And they've scored. Jaden, how about Wan-Bissaka? Wan-Bissaka to Newcastle. Again, it could work, but I would imagine it would need Tino Livramento to leave. Ethan, half-time interview with a coach, utter nonsense. Davide, Real, a voice on the deal of Darwin Núñez to Napoli. Are Real the voice? Are Real the voice on the deal of Darwin Núñez to Napoli? I don't know what that means. Darwin Núñez to Napoli would be a great deal for Napoli. Daniel, playing Arsenal in August is the best time since they don't wrap up the transfer business early. Yeah. Substab, yo, how's it going? 50-50, Paul is 50-50. Knick-knack, 40 million euros for Todibo. Seems pricey, no kidding. Ethan, I hope we have skates on Boxing Day. Knick-knack, Pep is Arteta's idol, so no surprise he tries to play the same way. Substab, we did this poll last night. What was the result last night? The result last night was England just slightly. England, but I thought we'd do another vote again. I thought we'd have a referendum. Brexit again. I thought we'd have it again. We'd have another referendum. So I thought I'd put it to the poll for the duration of this live, and people can let me know what they think, what game we want to watch. But as it stands, it's 50-50. Daniel, deal of the summer. I like KDB to Napoli. Yeah, you've got to look at those cheap ones, haven't you? I tell you what, one could be a good one. I mean, I think KDB to Napoli will prove to be great value. But I really like the business that I like Coppola to Brighton. I think 9 million quid for a 21-year-old Italian centre-back is going to prove to be exceptional business. And as a bare minimum, they get their money back on him, but I think he's going to be a great signing. Apparently Van Hecke is being linked with a move to Newcastle as well, by the way, and that might be one of the reasons why he's been brought in. But it's going to be really tough, I think, to beat Coppola for Brighton. Truffert, I think, for Bournemouth will be an interesting one. I watched him quite a bit last year for Rennes in Ligue 1. He's going to be a decent replacement for Kirkes, I think. Wolves are doing some good business as well, of course. Is it Lopez? Lopez, who's about to sign from Celta Vigo, 19 million quid. They're absolutely outraged about him in Spain. They really don't want to see him go. Ben, if you don't like the result of this one, do you go again for a third vote? It's not that I didn't like the result. I just thought I'd put it on again. You know, you've got to let the people decide. You've got to let the people decide. Substubby won't have time, Ben. It starts at 8. I will. Because as soon as this one finishes, if I'm doing England, I've got to change. I've got to do the thumbnail. I've got to do a completely new thumbnail. So I'd have to go and make the thumbnail, which means we'd probably only start at about 7:30. Whereas Real Madrid, the thumbnail is already made, but I would rather watch England, if I'm really honest. I don't want to see the whole Trent Alexander-Arnold nonsense. And I think England will be a better game, but I am happy to go with the crowd. People are saying England last night. Right now, it's 50-50. Dylan's football rounds up. That's him gone to Chelsea or Liverpool for 60 to 70, 80 million in a couple of years. Yeah, to be honest, there's quite a few that would fall into that bracket this summer. Quite a few. See, I've seen enough. Turkey's overrated. Daniel, at what point of the tournament do you wear an England shirt? I won't ever consider myself an England fan, Daniel. I'm not an England fan. Substore, well, if it ends 50-50, then you should refer back to last night. Well, I mean, maybe I will. Maybe I won't. Maybe I'll go with my gut on this one, and maybe I don't know. We'll see. It's currently 53% to Real Madrid, Al Hilal. So Real Madrid have taken the lead in the poll. Daniel, you can work England as a neutral. Can't do it. Sacrilege where I'm from, that. Oh, it's been absolutely sweltering today, though, hasn't it? I don't know wherever you are in the world, but it's been absolutely sweltering. Nick Nack, with summer signings, you never really know if it's money well spent until the season is well underway. There's always as many misses as hits. Yeah, this is it. And there's some I've looked at in the past and thought, ooh, that could be a good signing. Like, there's every possibility, isn't there, that Nottingham Forest have just signed this young player from Botafogo. Is it Igor Jesus? I think it is. He's centre forward, the best young centre forward. And Forest have paid close to 30 million quid for him. He's only young. He could come in and he could be R9, couldn't he? And then you look at that and think, wow, what a bargain. He's hit the ground running. Or he could come in and he could be a major, major flop, in which case 30 million quid is daylight robbery. Substorb, when are you making me a mod anyways, bro? I need rewarding. I got sunburnt. Listen, if you can't look after your skin, sunshine, you ain't looking after my channel. If you can't be responsible in the sun, you ain't responsible for the chat. That's gonna be a prerequisite for any mods, that you can apply a liberal spritzing of sun cream. Jaden Thompson, Eze to NUFC. Eze would be a great signing for Newcastle, especially if Mbermo's not on the scene anymore. But 68 million quid, you have to pay best part of 70 million to get him. And you're going to have to pay big bucks to get that. So I still think Alexander Isak out. If you got Isak out and you got Eze, maybe João Pedro. I mean, even if you just got that, Eze and João Pedro for Isak, I think Newcastle are a better side. I think you're a better side for that. Right, City are back out for the second half. I think they're going to get some changes. They can't change everyone. It's not like a friendly. But they probably will make some changes, I would imagine. Okay. I'll let you know if there are any changes. But as it stands, no changes. Thank you to those. If you haven't already, please click like on Premier League Dad. Please click subscribe. If you haven't already on TikTok, get up here and click follow. We're about to kick off for the second half. Most people start on TikTok and then move over to YouTube. It massively helps me. It helps the channel. Support the channel. If you can go and check us out on YouTube, Premier League Dad. No problem if not. If you want to stick on TikTok, that's cool too. But yeah, massive thank you to those that have. Daniel, Jesus will be good for them, but they'll never be a better player from Brazil than Neymar. You don't believe that. You're just saying that to wind me up. Shay472, hopefully Cherky gets on this second half. Oh, there you go. I love a good dig. Love that. Nick Nack, it does feel like a friendly. It does a little bit, doesn't it? It does a little bit. Kieran, do you know much about Kieran McKenna going to Brentford? I haven't heard anything on it other than from yourself. Obviously, you're our Ipswich correspondent, Kieran. So we rely on you for that sort of news, that insight. What do you know? Never mind what we know. What do you know about Kieran McKenna going to Brentford? Allegedly, Brentford are prioritising whatever his name is, Andrews. Andrews is apparently going there. Is it Andrews? I'm sure his name's Andrews, isn't it? Keith Andrews, yeah. Apparently Keith Andrews is going to be the manager. And as far as I'm aware, I'm not sure Keith Andrews has actually managed anyone before, has he? He's never managed. He's 44, he's never managed. He's been a set-piece coach. Following the end of his career, he became assistant manager to MK Dons. Then he was assistant to Stephen Kenny for the senior Republic of Ireland national team. And then he was part of the Sheffield United backroom staff under Chris Wilder, and he's now a set-piece coach at Brentford. Now he's being linked with the move for Thomas Frank's replacement, which is a bit mad, isn't it? It's a bit mad. Daniel, I genuinely believe that from this point forward, there'll never ever be a better player from Brazil. Neymar was horrendous. Honestly, Coutinho could wipe the floor with Neymar. He would wipe the floor with him. Ethan, I'm your Southampton news person. You are for sure. You're our Southampton correspondent. Right, we're off for the second half here now. We're off for the second half. Manchester City 2, Wydad 0. Are we going to get more goals in this second half? I sure hope so. I sure hope so. Daniel, Trent is up there with the deal of the summer. I'll miss him, though. Yeah, Trent, you'd have to say, is probably going to be deal of the summer. 8 million quid or whatever he was. Oh, nearly a penalty there. Wydad's keeper was quick off his line and got it. Could have been 3 there. Netherlands are beating Ukraine. Netherlands under 21s beating Ukraine. Denmark under 21s beating Finland as well. That's good news. Right, I need under 6 cards. Have we had any cards in this game so far? I had under 6 cards in it. How many cards have we had? Please don't tell me we've had loads. We've had 1. Okay, fine. So as long as there's not loads of cards, I need a goal for City in this half, a corner, and no, not really many cards. A maximum of 4 cards. That's what I need in the second half. Ethan, Key, do you know of Matheus Fernandes? Did you know of Matheus Fernandes before his move to us? Yeah, I knew that he was a good player for Sporting Lisbon. He'd done well, but I didn't know anything really beyond that. He's come to Southampton. He started playing really well. I've liked watching him at Southampton, and we've seen quite a bit of him in the under-21s championship, haven't we? He's done all right in the under-21s, so yeah, very good player. Nick Nark, sounds like Brentford are set on Andrews, but Farioli looks to be in the running as well. Okay. Where's Farioli from? I've not seen Farioli. I've not seen that name mentioned. Has he been with anyone since Ajax? No. Oh, he was at Nice. Of course he was. Oh, yeah. See, I didn't know. I knew he was briefly at Ajax, but he got sacked at Ajax, didn't he? He got sacked. Historic collapse. Squandered a 9-point lead with 5 matches left for PSV to win the Eredivisie. So yeah, that would be a horrendous... I'm not sure that would be the right move for Brentford. But he is, he's got a good reputation, Farioli, if nothing else. But I did know him. I knew he was at Ajax. I didn't know he was at Nice. Substub, I was being irresponsible, took my daughter to the park. She wanted to stay out longer and longer, thought we would only be an hour. Nick Nack, it's the Moroccans who seem more up for this, even though they are losing. Yeah, they are giving it a good go, aren't they? They're giving it a good go. City look a bit flat in the second half, to be honest. I'm hoping they can kick on, at least get 1. Foden, out to Doku. Kieran, I just heard Gareth Bale might be Plymouth's takeover. Interesting. Nick Nack, Farioli's only 36. Is he really? Oh, young manager. Okay. I mean, that seems to be the fruit of the... Oh, not the fruit. What's it called? The flavour of the moment. The flavour of the day is young European managers. Obviously, Herzl are coming in. Ruben Amorim coming in. So, even Arne Slot was quite young. So, I do think that maybe that's going to be a thing going forward. Even Vincent Kompany was quite young when he got the job, wasn't he? Daniel, Coutinho was a bit better than Eriksen. Behave yourself, Daniel. You don't believe that. Shay472, do you think City and Chelsea will have a tough start to the season because of fatigue playing in this tournament? Well, I think that might be overdone. I don't think they'll get. I don't think they'll feel it so much. No. Right, there's a corner. Sorry, there's a corner to Manchester City. That's good. That's what we wanted. I needed a corner. I now just need a goal. Come on, City. Daniel, I'm a member at Nice. MTR's never heard of Farioli. Oh, he last managed at Ajax. Yeah, he was at Ajax. Before that, he was at Nice. And then before that, he was at Alanyaspor, I saw. So he's been at Turkey. But he's still only young. Still only 36. I am reliably informed by our friend Nick Knack. Right, City players just warming up. Rodri included, Haaland, Bernardo Silva. Hopefully they're all ready to come on. I'd like to see Oscar Bob get more time this season. He's a good player, isn't he, Oscar Bob? I'd like to see more of him. Good player. Daniel Eriksson was a key player in a tough Spurs team. He died and came back and still plays the Premier League. Yeah, and look, you've got to admire him on a personal level, but I don't think he was ever as close to Coutinho. He was never that good. He was only just all right, Eriksson. Remarkable, though, his achievement is. Nick Knack, I don't see how it can help them playing in intense heat as well. Oh, yeah, it won't. Well, do you know what? I would say this. I think sometimes fatigue can accumulate in a player's legs, can't it? And it can take a bit of time for it to often hit. Now, what I do imagine we might see with City and Chelsea is maybe not immediate fatigue where they start the season poorly, but maybe we see it in the other kind of way, where they start the season incredibly well. Maybe they start the season better than any other teams do, and you know, you might hear it from the commentators. Well, that puts to bed that there will be a hangover from the Club World Cup. Manchester City win their 5th game in a row, or Chelsea win 6 out of 7, or whatever. Like, you might see those types of starts from City and Chelsea. It wouldn't be surprising. And that might be the carryover from this tournament, that they're carrying their good form into the Premier League season, because they've already played a bit of competitive football. Sometimes teams often start slow because they've had a longer pre-season and they've been playing friendlies, haven't they? And it takes a bit of time to get back into that match fit sharpness. So it wouldn't be surprising if Chelsea and City start the season really well, but then when they get to Christmas, after those international breaks, and it gets a really intense Christmas period, that's when you think you're going to see maybe legs tiring, you might see players tiring, you might see injuries, you might see you might see mental fatigue, drained players, all this sort of thing. So I think Christmas might be the time that it actually ends up Christmas might be the time that it ends up hitting. Sorry, I've got to plug my phone in. There you go. Jurgen Karl, I have 2 correct score matches. Nice. Garma, Cherky is overrated. Would you say so? Yeah, I wouldn't say so. Nick Knack, doubt it. The Premier League is so intense, they need all the rest they can get. That's true. But yeah, I mean, I guess you're probably right. You're probably right. Garma, Delap is the one to watch this season. I thought Delap was quite good when he came on for Chelsea the other day. Again, he wasn't terrific, but there was some positive signs, wasn't there? Just some positive signs that, you know, he picked the ball up, he got his head down, he ran straight at the defence. I thought that was really impressive. Pretty impressive. Well, it's still on Real Madrid and Al Hilal for those who are wanting to choose which game we watch at 8 p.m. You need to go to YouTube and vote. Oh, City are in here. This could be 3. Oh, you've got to score there. Doku. This is why Doku's not gonna make it in the Premier League. He was one-on-one with the keeper there. That was really poor. Really, really poor. He's got to put that away. Not good enough. It was a good save from the keeper, mind, but he gave the keeper the eyes, and it was far too tame. It's basically straight at him. Look at Pep. He knows. He knows. Listen, if you get a chance like that in a game against Liverpool or Arsenal, and that might be the difference between 3 points and 1. It might be the difference between 1 point and none. And that might be the difference between winning the league and not. These are the fine moments, the fine margins that cost teams, and you can't rely on Grealish. You can't rely on Grealish. You can't rely on Doku. You can't rely on Savinho on the other side. You can't rely on him. Cheers, Kieran. Thank you for that, mate. Sorry. What are we on? 54. Cheers for that. Right, Wydad, I've got a player down here. Nick Nack was hardly a sitter, made the chance himself too. Come on. If you get one-on-one with the keeper, I'm sorry, if you get one-on-one with the keeper as he did there, and he could have took an extra touch as well, by the way. He took one touch, he was far too far out. He could have took that closer to the keeper and dinked it over him or gone round him. There was no one near him. He was one-on-one with the keeper there, and I think that's one he has to do better with. And you could see that with Pep's reaction as well. Shot from distance, City, cleared away. Alex Macklin, how are things? Man City are boring. Gorgeous weather, love it. Yeah, it's been lovely weather today, hasn't it? It's been absolutely gorgeous. City, I wouldn't say they're boring, but they're not carving them apart. I would have thought we'd have seen more chances in this one. Been pretty dull. Edward, how's it going, Edward? Are you in Ibiza now, or have you not gone yet? But I'm good, yes, thank you, mate. I'm good. I'm feeling much, much better today. Nick Knackle, I thought it was a decent effort. Straight at him, Nick Knack. I feel like you've got to do better there. Especially if you're a City player or you're top level. I think Sterling scores that, for example, or Mahrez or Mane. Or Salah, definitely. You put any of them in those positions, they score. That's why City won things. That's why Liverpool won things. Even if you look at Arsenal, I think if you put Saka in that position, he scores. Doku and Savinho are not that. Doku and Savinho are not those players. They're just not. Ben, lad, please don't do the Madrid game. It'll just be Trent. We've done the Trent thing to death. Well, as it stands, it's Real Madrid versus Al Hilal, 55% according to the poll. So it's very tight. It is very, very tight. If you want us to do the England game, you need to go and vote. You need to go to Premier League Dad on YouTube and get involved in the vote. You need to go and vote. Which game are we going to watch at 8 p.m? Is it Real Madrid versus Al Hilal? Or is it going to be England under-21s against Germany under-21s? I don't know. Nick Nack, even Henry doesn't score from there every time. XG would be about 0.2 for that. I bet we can look it up, We need to look up what the XG was for that chance. I think you're underplaying it. Maybe I'm overshooting it. Maybe you're underplaying it. I think it's a lot more than that. He was 1-on-1, as far as I'm concerned. England, Jake, watch Wartino. I'm not watching Wartino. Well, is he going to start? This is the question. Edward, how are you feeling today? I'm feeling good, mate. Yeah, I'm feeling very good. Very good. Yeah, nose is not as bad. I was a bit sniffly, but I'm all good. Yeah. Thank you for that, mate. I appreciate it. Liverpool are yet to give up signing Alexander Isak. There you go. Alex, love the weather. Whereabouts are you, Alex? Are you northwest? Are you near me? Because it has been absolutely boiling here, hasn't it? Absolutely boiling. Right, here is Oscar Bob. There's a couple of City changes here now. Oh, you are in Liverpool. Nice. Right, Foden's coming off. Haaland and Rodri are coming on too. Yeah, Foden, Cherki and Doku off. Haaland. Who else is coming on? Haaland, Rodri. Foden, Cherki, Doku off. Rodri, Haaland and Bob on. Right. Gorgeous. Yeah, it's been beautiful, hasn't it? Absolutely beautiful. Edward, how's Cherky been? He hasn't really done anything, if I'm dead honest. Oh, that's shocking. Keeper comes out and clears it. Too easy. I think that Rodri and Bob coming back must be like new signings almost. Yeah, I really like Oscar Bob. Rodri, we don't know how. It's such a big injury for Rodri. I mean, it is for Bob as well, isn't it? It's a big Bob. It's a big Bob. A big Bob. It's a big injury for Bob as well. But a really, really big injury for Rodri. So it's going to be interesting to see how he comes back and if he can get back to the levels or even close to the levels that he was at before. Because if he can, you'd have to say City is a game changer. Ben, Key, you've disappointed me. Why? Why have I disappointed you? No skill, Aaron. How do you rank Gyökeres, Mateta, Osimhen, Sesko, Ekitike in terms of general striker, not for United? I would say it would be Osimhen. I would say Osimhen. Osimhen, Ekitike, Sesko, Osimhen, Ekitike, Sesko, Mateta, Gyökeres. Yeah. Osimhen, Ekitike, Sesko, Mateta, Gyökeres. That would be mine. That would be my rank order of those five. Alex Macklin, Isak thoughts. Well, Isak is still very, very in play. Apparently, he's still very apparently in the running for Liverpool. Liverpool will undoubtedly sign more players. We need a striker. Darwin Núñez will go. Maybe Luis Diaz will join him. Maybe Harvey Elliott will go. Maybe Chiesa will go. And when you think about all those players going, it all adds up. Tyler Morton, Ben Doak. Maybe Andy Robertson goes. Maybe Kanate goes. There's a lot of players. Maybe even Jota. There's a lot of players. Ben Doak certainly is going to be a big chunky transfer fee for a young player. So there's probably another 250, 300 million of incoming transfer money for Liverpool. And we spent about 150, 160. Let's call it 170 actually with the two fullbacks. We spent about 170. I think we've got about 250, maybe to 300 in fees incoming. And that is what's going to dictate whether or not Isak comes. And also maybe whether Isak is able to rock the boat with Newcastle. Whether or not he's going to say, listen, I want to leave. I want to leave. And if he says I want to leave, I think Liverpool might get him. AM10, have you seen some players have been saying on Twitter that Pogba is better than Yaya Toure? Mate, Twitter's not a real place. Forget, honestly, anyone who rates Pogba above Yaya Toure is, insane as far as I'm concerned. To be honest, Pogba was a waste of money. £89 million. He cost more than Florian Wirtz did. He was effectively a world record signing. Certainly a British record signing. He was dreadful. He's dreadful. Ben, putting another poll on today. You did one last night, and the result of that has been devalued. You shall now be known as Nicola Sturgeon. Well, listen, I am a man of the people, mate. You've got to give the people a chance, and if the people say they want a referendum is what we shall have. Ben, you and Nicola don't respect the votes. Poor Key thought better of you, sir. No skill, Aaron Furs, no Gyökeres love at all. It's not that there's no love of me. I think if I had to pick one striker next season, if it was Gyökeres or Mateta, I'd be picking Mateta. It's not that I don't think he's a good player. I just don't think he's like Premier League, wow, £70 million. I think you could go and pick Mateta up for 35, 40 million quid. Gyökeres is probably going to cost close to double that. The value is there. It says Mateta is, I think, well, not twice the player, but he's a better player. He is a better player. Mateta is a better player than Gyökeres. He just is. Alex Macklin, busy summer. No skill Aaron, please tell me the poll is England versus Germany. It's 57% in favour of Real Madrid versus Al Hilal at this moment in time. If you want to change that, you need to go to YouTube and you need to vote in the poll. It's Real Madrid versus Al Hilal. It's England against Germany, under 21s, European Championships. We can only watch one of those games at 8 p.m. As it stands, it's Real Madrid versus Al Hilal. It's Real Madrid versus Al Hilal. Personally, I don't want to watch that one. I don't want to see Trent Alexander-Arnold debut. I don't want to see all that nonsense. I would much, much rather watch our young Lions take on the World War II, the great enemy. You know, I'd rather take them on. But, you know, it's just gone up again. It's 59% in favour of Real Madrid. You need to go and check it. If you want the England game, then you need to go and vote. There's nothing more needs to be said. You need to go to YouTube, search Premier League Dad, and you need to vote. Chris Morley, Twitter is a cesspool nowadays. Knick-knack, Pogba was a waste of money, but at the time you can see why he went for the fee he did. That's true, yeah. He was a top player at Juventus, wasn't he? And he was still young, and he always looked a player. Again, Pogba for me is a lot like Bellingham. Looks a player, looks a really good player. Tall, physical, fast. You know, he can score. He's got a bit of a step over, a bit of speed. He's got all the marketing, you know, all that. He's a wonderful player for a club to sign in so many ways. But I think that PR spin is far greater than the actual talent. Knick-knack, what happens if the poll is a draw? I don't know. We're gonna have to do some sort of a. I might have to find a coin. I might have to get a coin and we'll do a flip of a coin, because we did do a poll last night on this. And England won it. So I don't know. I know there's some anger. There's some anger in the chat that we did a poll last night and England won it. So I don't know. Let's see what happens before we decide what the outcome is. We'll call it quits at 7 p.m. Right? So what time? 67. No, we'll call it quits at 1:45. Right? You got 15 minutes. 15 minutes. As soon as it hits 1:45, I will end the poll, right? So you got 15 minutes left to vote on which game we watch at 8 p.m. Is it going to be England against Germany under 21s? Is it going to be Real Madrid versus Al Hilal? Whichever one of those you want, go and vote on YouTube. I'll stop the poll at 1:45 and we'll see what the situation is. Ben, Mateta over Gyökeres, Jesus Christ. Mateta's quality. Reveal clothing, Paul Scholes, England's best centre mid, no debate. You don't believe that. Rizno, Man U bottom half this season. I'd agree with that for sure. I think 10th, 11th, definitely. Lucas Lambert, everyone, we need to watch Trent. Chris Morley, yes, you're young Lions, I'm Irish, but also not overjoyed at watching the Trent show either. No, I'm not really enamoured with that. Gundogan's coming on here. It's been spelt Gwendogan. They've spelt his name wrong at the Club World Cup. Right, what are we looking at? Sorry. Edward, Key, I'd say Mateta is top 25 strikers in the world. Yeah, I think that's fair. Ben, there is anger because of your lack of democratic values. I'm going to start calling you Kim Jong-un. DN, opinion on no Boxing Day football anymore. There will be Boxing Day football. Why is there no Boxing Day football? Just because I've seen that there's no fixture. Boxing Day fixtures, Premier League. Why is there no Boxing Day fixtures? Fans warned of short change notice. Right, okay, so there you go. There's nothing to say there is no boxing tradition cancelled. No Boxing Day fixtures in the Premier League is absolutely shameful. For the first time in Premier League history, there will be no fixtures on Boxing Day. No. Right, so this is a nothing story. This is an absolute nothing story. It's a total nothing story. That they've said there's going to be no fixtures on Boxing Day, but all of the fixtures are subject to change. That's the story, which basically means, because I know Liverpool are playing Wolves on the 27th, that'll get moved. I guarantee you there'll be a game on Boxing Day. I absolutely guarantee you there'll be a game on Boxing Day. Ben, I agree. I like Mateta, but not so sure. He's better than Big Vic. Arsing, lack of England kit on the wall is rigged in Real's favour. Man City look overrated defensively. They look mid, not getting top 4. Behave yourself. They're going to get top 4. But I need a Man City goal here. I desperately need a Man City goal. Lucas Lambert, I feel like Trent will be nervous. Knick-knack, mid-table would be a big improvement for Man U, but that would be enough. Or would that be enough, for Amorim to keep his job? Mid-table. Would it be enough? I guess they'd have to win something, wouldn't they? I think he would. I think if Amorim finishes in like 10th, I reckon the pressure grows on him. But Omar Barada, the CEO of Manchester United, has said that he thinks Manchester United can win a league title by 2028. Next 3 years. The next 3 years, he wants Manchester United to win a Premier League title. How likely that is, I think you and I can all agree. Chris Morley, sure, if Real win this poll, then call both a draw and flip the coin. This is it, because England won it quite substantially last night. I don't know, I mean, it's 58% in favour of Real Madrid, so I don't know. Knick-knack, top 8 minimum is needed, I think. Some form of European football, maybe the Conference League for United. Oh, that was shocking from City. Reveal clothing, judging from the first 5 games. Who's under more pressure, Amorim or Arteta? I guess it depends on the results in those 5 games, doesn't it? I think honestly, a lot will be dictated by what the outcome is on that first game. If it's Man United who beat Arsenal or Arsenal who beat United, the pressure, the focus from the newspapers and the media will just intensify on one of those two managers. It'll just intensify, and that's, I think, the winner. It's basically winner takes all for who gets a load of pressure for the next few months. Chris, they said when they announced the cans... Well, they said when they announced all games on the 28th are subject to being moved to the 26th. TV schedules pending. Exactly. Yeah, exactly. Knick-knack, is there a different crowd watching tonight? Less England fans, probably. Well, there's certainly maybe City fans watching. I don't know. It's probably a fair shout, that, actually. We have got a different type of crowd tonight. Lucas Lambert, who would be Man United manager if Amorim gets sacked? Southgate. Sir Gareth. Ben, what games are you doing tomorrow, Kim? I think up to this point, what games are we doing tomorrow, actually? I'll tell you. Let's have a look. Let's have a little look and see what games we're doing tomorrow. Games tomorrow, we have got booked in. The 19th. Palmeiras against Al Ahly, which is at 5. And then Inter Miami against Porto, which is at 8. Now, we could watch them. Or we could watch... What games are on tomorrow? Let's have a look and see what other games we could watch. We could watch Denmark against Romania in the Under-19s Championship. Or Montenegro against Spain in the Under-19s Championship. Instead of Palmeiras against Al Ahly. I think we'd probably end up watching the World Cup. I don't know. We can ask those. Maybe we'll do that poll on the next game, whichever the next game is. If it's England or Real Madrid, we'll do a poll on that and we'll see. City, come on! I need a goal from you in the second half. Go on, Haaland, put it away, lad. You absolute numpty. You big daft Viking haircut. 2-0, absolute shocker. I need him to score. Come on. Ben, United won't win the Prem before I'm 35. I'm 25 now. Lucas Lambert, when are the fixtures out? The fixtures are already out, Lucas. Yeah, they came out yesterday. Or was it this morning? This morning they came out. Reveal, can you see Arteta surviving the season and not being sacked? Yes, I can. I don't think Arteta gets sacked, purely because I think they'll be quite happy with... they'll be quite happy with Arsenal finishing in 4th or 5th. The board don't really care about winning the title. I think they just want European football. They just want European football. That is it. Nick Nack feels like a training match now, this. Machina Joe cut his ponytail off. Good to see you, Joe. How's it going, mate? Ben, let's do a vote then. Vote again when we don't like the result. Come on. Don't be so angry. Luke, what did you think of the Premier League fixtures? What did I think? To be honest, mate, I don't put too much stock in it because you've got to play every team twice. It's all a big furore and all a lot of excitement this morning. And everyone's looking at the first 5 and the last 5. But you really can't tell. Again, we saw Manchester United being a... Everyone thought Old Trafford was a tough place to go at the start of the season last year. They just won the FA Cup. They finished 8th. They'd invested quite a lot of money in the summer transfer window. Everyone thought United were going to kick on. And then all of a sudden, last season, Christ, who didn't win at Old Trafford? Who didn't win at Old Trafford? Pretty much everyone won. So you might think on paper it looks like a good fixture now. You might think it looks like a hard fixture now. It might end up being completely the opposite. So I think you've got to wait and see. Let's leave it at that. You've got to wait and see. Because it might not necessarily be... as bad as you think or as good as you think until we actually get the season started. Ben, how come you wasn't live this morning? Mate, honestly, woke up and I'm still really poorly. Plus, a certain someone is coming back tomorrow. You may know he's landing tomorrow. So it was clean up job. It was making sure everything was spick and span. So that was why I wasn't live this morning. Partially because I was still poorly, and also partially because we were running around tidying up. Because Little Miss is still in Tokyo, and El Capitano is on his way back from the Middle East. So, user, do you think United will get their mojo back and finish in the top 3? No, absolutely not. Lucas Lambert, how can you check the fixtures, mate? If you go to YouTube, Lucas, you can see them on my post out on my channel. I've put them on there, or you can go and Google. Go and Google Premier League fixtures. You can see them all there in all their glory. I did post them on X as well on Twitter. So if you go and search Premier League Dad on Twitter, you can see them on there too. Last 15 minutes here. Desperately need a Manchester City goal. This is absolutely killing me. Ben, nearly 3k on here now, mate. Well done. 3k? It's not 3k. Not 3k. It's only 175. Are you seeing the same thing I'm seeing? Oh, do you mean followers? Followers-wise. If United get Isak, I think they can challenge. United aren't going to get Isak. Yeah, United aren't going to get Isak. They're nowhere near getting Isak. Isak wouldn't go to United. Why would Isak go to United? He wants to win things. He wants to win things. He wants to go to a proper club where he can win things like Liverpool, where he can challenge for the title in the Champions League. He's not going to do that at Man United. Isak to Man United. I've never heard such nonsense. Such absolute nonsense. Right. Come on, City. Get a third. Let's put these Casablancans to bed. Go on. I'll tell you what, Morocco, Wydad Casablanca, they're far more likely to score than City here. On the counter-attack, ball in, it's gone behind. Too easy. Far too easy. User 553, if United came calling, it's too good an opportunity to turn down for anyone. Yeah, okay. Alexander Isak would rather stay at Newcastle than go to Manchester United. There's absolutely no way that Alexander Isak goes to United. No chance. If he does, I'll give up this channel tomorrow. I'd delete. Control-Alt-Delete. There's no way that Isak goes to United. No chance. Doesn't happen. Oh, it's going to be a goal kick to City. Lucas, Liverpool have hard games at first. Meh. Don't know if they are. Yeah, we don't know how teams are going to start. You've got to wait and see. Isak would never go to United. More chance of hitting Son with a snowball. Use a 5-5-3. Still the biggest club in the world. It's a huge pull. Nowhere near the biggest club in the world. Not even the biggest club in Manchester anymore, mate. Right, City. Come on. Stop toying with these. Put him away. Right, Rodri. He's broken him. He's shocking. He's absolutely shocking. Can't pass 5 yards. Ballon d'Or. He can't pass 5 yards, this lad. Right, what are we on? Real Madrid, 60%. It's getting dangerous now. It's getting very dangerous now. We've got 60 seconds left in the poll. And I think it's... I'm going to have to find a coin, aren't I? I'm going to have to find a coin. Have I got a coin over there? I've got a coin over there. I must have. I have. I've got a coin. Right, let's get a coin. Get a coin. I'll have a 50p. Right, I've got a 50 pence piece. 50 pence piece ready to go. We'll do a flip of a coin. A flip of a coin to decide what game we're going to watch. Because we've had 2 polls now. We've had 2 polls, and in fairness, there's real anger in the chat. I don't want to upset anyone. There's real anger in the chat that we did a poll last night, and the outcome of said poll was England under-21s versus Germany. We've now had a second poll which has said Real Madrid versus Al Hilal. So now we're going to leave it up to the gods. The gods of fate. User 553, you started watching football in 2016. Easily biggest club in the world. People don't realise Asia. What do you mean people don't realise Asia? Of course people realise Asia. Mate, it's massive. Everyone knows it's there. What are you saying? Sorry, yeah, Key, why don't you realise Asia? I don't know, mate, I've just never realised it. I've never, ever realised it. Kuram United, massive club. Manchester United. A bunch of bouncing Busby babes. Right, get it out. Come on. Get it out wide. Reveal the hate towards United from every other team is unreal. They'll finish top 6 with the signing. People don't realise how big United are. No. People realise how big United are. They do realise how big United are, but I don't understand what Asia has got to do with it. What has Asia got to do with it? Emiliano! Guten Tag! How's it going, Emiliano? Good to see you. Alles klar. Yeah, I don't know what Asia has to do with how big Man United are. United top 6 is a stretch. United aren't going to get in the top 6. They're not going to get in the top 6. Prepare yourselves. Prepare yourselves. United don't finish in the top 6. Don't think they finish in the top 8. United, yeah, but then again, Asia. That's another thing we've just not considered, is it? United are terrible, but then Asia, you know. Right, let's do this flip. Let's do this coin flip, right? We're going to do a flip of a coin. I will be fully transparent. I will show you the outcome, right? Because as it stands, we're going to end the poll. Real Madrid and Al Hilal. I don't know. Yeah, the outcome of the poll, it was 60-40 in favour of Real Madrid. Razine, how are you, mate? Very excited with Nico Williams. Saga is so on. Also, Deco went to Bilbao as well. Hope we'll close the deal. I hope so too, mate, but I can't see it. I really can't see it. Come on, City. It can't be this hard for you to beat these. Having an absolute shocker. Right, let's flip the coin. Here we go. Wilder confirmed, sacked from Sheffield United, revealed clothing, hated or adored, but never ignored. Biggest club in England by far, United. They're not the biggest club in England. Lucas Lambert, just do Madrid, it's the better game. I'm not sure it is, though. I'm not sure it is. I think like, the thing with Real Madrid against Al Hilal is it's going to be like this. Real Madrid will win. Real Madrid win. United, massive in Europe, Asia and Africa. Real being bigger in South America doesn't mean bigger. Right, do me a favour. Show me where you've counted all the fans of all clubs across the world. There is no calculator. You're talking nonsense. You're talking absolute nonsense. Emiliano Alasclar means understood, just to let you know. I just said it because I know that's what her lip says in League of Gentlemen. Is Deco Basque? No, Deco isn't Basque. Deco is Portuguese. Oh, is he? Well, he's Brazilian, but he played for Portugal. I'm sure he's Brazilian Portuguese. But he played for Portugal. Reveal only United can get no Europe and still get top class players. No other English team could. Why? Who've they signed who's top class? Who've they signed who's top class? Razine, mate, I decided to skip Madrid hate watch, got a rest up. Yeah, mate, I'm not sure whether we're going to do it or not yet. User 553, just look how easily United fill Old Trafford every week with different groups. Again, you seem to think that's unique to United. It isn't. Go to Anfield, go to City, go to Chelsea. It's all the same. They all have. There's fans from around the world attracted to the Premier League. That's not a United thing. That is not a United thing. Lucas Lambert, just a warning, don't get banned again. I know. Probably wise to rein me back in there, absolutely. Hansi Flick and Nico both are in Ibiza, and Nico rejected all the other clubs. Nice. Use it at 553. Anfield is 20k smaller than Old Trafford. So what's that got to do with anything? What does the size of the stadium mean? Your stadium's falling apart. Your stadium's got a 2-star hygiene rating. Hold the rats on the burgers at Man United. It's absolutely outrageous. The stadium's falling apart. It's all leaking. Liverpool have got a top class training centre. Manchester United's all old. So to what extent are Man United bigger than Liverpool? They're not. AM10, what channel is Madrid on? Madrid is on DAZN. Come on, City! Sort yourself out. Razine, Nico can annihilate Trent, in my opinion. Yeah, I'd say so too. But if Nico signs, by the way, if Nico does sign, how are you going to fit Yamal, Nico and Rafinha into the same... Oh, it's a red card here. It's a red card for... Who is it? Is it Reece? Vitor Reece? I think it is. A red card for Vitor Reece. Straight red for Manchester City. Straight red. It's going to be a straight red. There is going to be a VAR check. But I think Vitor Reece is about to be sent off. Yeah, straight red. Straight red card for Manchester City. He's screaming and saying how there is going to be a check. But it's looking like it's going to be a red. Oh, it's not Vitor Reece. It's Rico Lewis. He's cut his hair. Oh, I don't think you can give that as a red. I'm sorry. Oh, no, it is. It is. He lifts his foot up. He studied him in the face. I tell you what, that referee cam is a potential problem for referees, isn't it? Because I think there's going to be decisions given by refs, and the camera's just shown what the referee saw, and I don't think the referee even saw it. Nunes is about to come on here. Reveal if Liverpool finished out of Europe, could they get Cunha or Mbermo? Highly doubtful. Yeah, we've done it before. We finished outside of Europe and got big players. Ben, when you discuss biggest club, surely it's brand, because United are bigger than us, yet we have better infrastructure, better team and more trophies. But so when you say brand, how are you quantifying brand? You're talking about brand like it's a quantifiable thing, Ben. It isn't. In what world is brand like bigger than it? It just makes no sense. Infrastructure, team, trophies, facilities, current standing, historic standing, everything. Liverpool are bigger in every single metric you care about. We're better now. We're better historically. The facilities are better. If you had a top player in world football now and you asked him which club do you want to join, Liverpool or Man United, it's Liverpool every single day of the week. Every single day of the week. Use the 5-5-2. I heard from someone who knows a United coach, Isak is in their plans for next season. I think whoever you've talked to is about 3 plant pots short of an allotment. Ben, it's a mad one, unfortunately. It's just the truth. That's not the question, though, Kee. It is. You've just said the only way that United are bigger than Liverpool is brand. And I'm saying, in what world does brand is even quantifiable? How are you quantifying that Manchester United as a brand are bigger than Liverpool? How? In what world? And I guarantee you'll just come back with, they just are. They just are, of course they are. Right, well, that's an argument, innit? You just can't admit it. I know it's painful, brother, and you can't argue it. You can't reasonably argue it, and that's fine. If you can't quantify it, it's fine. If you can just say it's just a feeling, it's just a gut feeling I've got, that's fine too, mate. It's fine to be wrong. You're just wrong. It's cool. It's no problem. You just got to admit you're wrong. But you can't quantify it. You can't quantify why you think Man United are bigger than Liverpool. Rafinha will play as a number 10. Raul Olmo will be benched more. As we all know, Savinho and Foden playing on the flanks. Doku and Jack is on the bench. Both world class as well. That's just the case for us. Well, City, I think, are going to let us all down here. Because, yeah, Matheus Nunes coming on for Savinho. We're into added time. There's 6 minutes of added on time. We need a Manchester City goal here. It's a free kick for Wydad Casablanca. Reveal clothing, only Liverpool fans think they are bigger than United. Everyone else knows United are bigger. But again, you haven't got an answer as to why. You haven't got an answer as to why. Use a 5-5-3. Brand is huge. Fred the Red is known everywhere. Who even is Liverpool's mascot? Yeah, I guess that is why then, yeah. Sorry, I forgot. Fred the Red. That's the reason. That's the reason. Yeah. Ben, do you think I enjoy admitting that? No, but that also doesn't mean you're right. Could very well mean you're wrong. Substub, what time is Real Madrid then? 7:30 or 8? It's currently 8 p.m. kickoff. But we're doing a coin flip. I'm going to do a coin flip and we're going to see. Right, someone call it, the first person to call it. Call it heads for England, tails for... Should we say heads for England, tails for Madrid? Heads for England, tails for Madrid. Heads for England, tails for Madrid. Right. Here we go. Heads for England, tails for Madrid. Right. Don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. Right. Heads for England, tails for Madrid. Heads for England, tails for Madrid. Right. I'll show. How can I show it on? I need to show it on YouTube as well. I'm not moving. I've still got my hand over it. You can see both hands. I've not looked. I just need to click on that so I can actually see. Right. There you go. Right. Still there. Right. Here we go. England. See? Can you see? Heads. Told you. England. Heads. Right, there you go. Heads for England. And England it is. Right, so we're going to be doing England under 21s against Germany. We're not watching the Real Madrid game. Thank the Lord for that. We're not watching Trent and his absolute abject nonsense. I can't believe that Real Madrid are throwing this away. I can't believe Manchester City are throwing this away. I desperately need a Man City equal, a third Man City goal. Come on, drive, get up the pitch. They're not even showing any ambition, are they? Ratbags. Michael, not a good day for the Sheffield clubs. It's confirmed that Chris Wilder has been sacked as manager of Sheffield United, and Sheffield Wednesday have had a transfer embargo imposed by the EFL for late payments. Sheffield Wednesday transfer embargo runs to January 2027. It is being appealed though, isn't it? Currently. It is being appealed. Right, this is a problem. This is a real problem. Lucas Lambert, just watch Madrid. No chance. No chance. I can't do it, mate. The public has spoken. The people have spoken. It's a democracy, not a dictatorship. Michael, does this new Man City team pose a threat to Liverpool next season, Kee? Yeah, I do think they do. Yeah, I think they do. I've not been blown away by them today, though, I've got to say. It's been a pretty lethargic Manchester City performance. Yeah, I would have expected better, but hey, what can we say? I think there's some quality in this new City side, but Cherky hasn't done much today. Ait-Nouri I don't think has even played. I'm not sure Ait-Nouri came off. Use a 5-5-3. Do you not want to see how Trent gets on? Not really. Well, I mean, I honestly, I have as much interest as seeing how Trent gets on as I do how England get on. Substub, the people have voted for Real Madrid. Your coin flip voted for England. No, the people voted for England last night, Substub. The people voted for England last night and the people voted for Real Madrid today. So there's been 2 votes and both of them had opposite outcomes. So, naturally, there needed to be a decider. Anyway, so it's 2-0 Manchester City. It has finished. It's been a pretty awful start. Pretty awful game to watch, to be honest. Emiliano, prediction for Real versus Al Hilal. Probably 3-0 Madrid. 3-0 Madrid. It'd be nice and easy. I think it's going to be a better game. The England under-21s game against Germany under-21s. That is going to be the better game. So we are going to be doing that one. I am going to end the stream and I will be back at about 7:30, about 30 minutes or so for England under-21s against Germany under-21s. It was 5-5 yesterday in the under-19s game. England under-19s 5, Germany under-19s 5. Fantastic game. It was absolute box office stuff. And maybe we'll see the same sort of a thing in the under-21s game. We're going to see some big players, whether it be your Harvey Elliott, your Tino Livramentos. There's some really good players who are playing in this one. Not to mention Nick Voltermaid, who is being linked with a lot of Premier League clubs. So, yeah, we're going to see how they get on, and we'll be live in about 30 minutes or so. Lucas Lambert, did Rio play? Rio isn't in the squad, mate. He isn't in the squad. Emiliano, 7:30. Yep, 7:30, about 30 minutes. I'm just going to edit the thumbnail, so that because we're not doing Real Madrid Al Hilal. I'm going to change it. I'm going to change it to England v Germany, and then we're going to watch that one. So I'll be back in about half an hour, and I'll see you in a little while.